Today, we're going to briefly talk about sample size calculations and the importance of doing this in your research studies. The number of participants, subjects, people that you have in your study directly impacts your statistical analyses and your recommendations and generations of implications of your research. We oftentimes hear about research being statistically significant and what that means in the application world or setting of the real life, of our real world. The problem there is if we find a statistically significant effect or difference, boys are different than girls, men are different than women. When we suggest findings like this, if we're not adequately powered and we don't have the correct number of participants in our study, that finding really doesn't mean anything. In fact, as straightforward as you can think about it, you can underpower your study. You can also overpower your study. Either way, you don't have the right number of participants or subjects in your study to either find an effect or find a difference when a difference actually exists, or the opposite, you find a difference or you find an effect when in reality there's not one there. Think about the implications for this in your research studies. It can be huge, particularly when we're talking about large-scale programs, large-scale evaluations of programs, and the impact at a policy level, education level, or at the industry and company level. Contact me if you would like to learn more about the details of the sample size calculation and making sure you have the right number of participants in your study to make sure you get the right results.